Hey, and welcome back to the Lotus Riche Night Show. I am super happy to have you here today. So come on in and get in where you fit in, because I've always got room right around my table for you, your friends, and your frenemies. So go ahead, like, share, start a watch party, run and tell somebody that Lotus Riche Ignites is hot on the box. I'm going to encourage you, grab your notebook and grab your pen, because I always say note takers are money makers and note takers are change makers. Go ahead, call your friends, frenemies, and tell them, let's go. Hey, come on, y'all. Woo! Hey, y'all, how y'all doing? I just love that introduction because I love helping you to ignite and take flight in every area of your life. That's your girl, Lotus Riche, bringing you a fabulous show tonight. Why? Because I'm bringing inspiration to every nation. Why do you ask? Because I can. And so, just like I can, so can you. And tonight, we are bringing it to you with my girl, Pete Angela, all the way from GA in the house. She used to live up in the Ville, Douglasville, and tonight she's here keeping it real, all the way from GA. So look, tonight we are talking about masterminding your relationships. I know that is a topic and a half. Hello, I know. But listen, tonight you have got to do what I say do. Get your notepad and get your pen. And even if you got to get a marker, get it. Get your eyebrow pen, borrow your child's crayon. But you got to write this down. Why? Because note takers are money makers and note takers are change makers. So with no further ado, I want to tell you, come on in and get in where you fit in. Run and tell a friend that Lotus Riche is hot on the box tonight with the Lotus Riche Ignite show. So look, I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Go ahead, get your friends, tell them to come in. And when you come in, check this out. When you come in, make sure you let us know where you coming there from. When you come in the house, you could say New York in the house, Germany in the house, Australia, France, wherever you hail from. Let us know where you're coming in from, and then also tag a friend. And don't be afraid to shout them out, okay, as you come in. And so, with no further ado, I'm coming right back to you because I want to know what's in your cup tonight. Because so many people say, Lolo, what's in your cup? Well, I'll share what's in my cup if you share what's in yours. Tonight, I've got some ginger tea. Have a sip with me and get your Ignite cup. Ooh-wee. That's some good stuff. Ginger tea. It's amazing for the body. Ginger tea, amazing for the body. Don't that sound good? I know. So look, let me get my necklace right here, y'all, because look, I got a dynamite diva that's coming in here tonight to talk to you. Now listen, if you have a significant other, if you have staff members or friends, employees, this is the show that you want to see, because we are talking about relationships, masterminding relationships, and not just love relationships. Now, my guest is a specialist at helping people in their relationships, and she's a specialist at helping you. So when we bring her through, I want you to think of some tough questions to ask her, because she's an expert at what she does. So when you come and get in where you're fitting, because like I always say, I always have room around my table for you. So with no further ado, I'm going over there and get my friend, Pete Angela Jones, to come on in so she can get in where she fit in. And before I bring her in, come on, y'all, give me some L's. Put some love in the comment for Pete Angela. And now listen, if you really want to get secret saucy, go ahead and put a L and a P-A in there. A L and a P-A in there. Specifically, sending her some love and some kisses. Now, guys, y'all be careful, because she is married and she don't play that, honey. Okay, so I am about to jump in and get in where I fit in, and I'm going backstage to get Pete Angela Jones. We'll be right back to talk to you and your crew about masterminding your relationships. We'll be right back.
You ready?
Hey, she's here. That's right, Dr. Lotus Riche and the remarkable Miss Angela Jones.
Raise your hands up.
And the Morning Dew LLC. Come on, baby. Bring her in. That's right. She's the director of She Cares. That's right. She's a professional volunteer for the Georgia Center of Opportunity and the co-host of Wife Talk. So come on and get in where you fit in as we discuss the masterminding your relationship. Only here at Lotus Riche Ignite. Come on, baby. Get tight. The Lotus Riche Ignite. Hey, Angela, let's go, baby. Woo! All right. Woo!
Hey! Woo! I love the energy here, Lotus. I'm loving it.
Right.
I'm loving
I
all
love
of it.
and I'm happy to have you here. How you doing, Diva?
Thank you. I'm doing wonderful. I'm so glad to be here. You know, this has been weeks and months in the making, so I'm so honored to be here in this hot seat with you.
Whoop, whoop. That's what I'm talking about. So look, it is no surprise that you are just phenomenal. And so for those of you that don't know P. Angela Jones, you're going to learn today. You're going to learn today. So P, I know they call you Coach P. I know that you are really focused on the real needs of modern marriage and families. Okay, you take it back to like the grassroots and you help them do what they need to do and formulate the type of relationships that many think were long since gone. Not only do you do that, you're the director of She Cares, and we're going to talk about that. We know that you're also the co-host of Wife Talk, and we're going to talk about that too. But here is some secret sauce that some folks don't know. You know about the Ville.
I know about the Ville.
You know about the Ville. You know about the Ville. So look, folks, if y'all want to know about the Ville, I want y'all to put a V in the comment block. Go ahead and put your V in the comment block. And don't forget, when you come in, go ahead and tag, like, share, and bring a friend. So P, I am so happy to have you here on the show. Like you said, it's been a while in the makings. We both have very, very demanding schedules, and we're always doing great stuff. But tonight, we are getting it right and tight as we talk about masterminding your relationships.
Yes.
And check it out, folks. We're not just talking about y'all stuff. We're talking about our stuff too.
Yeah.
So, P, thank you so much for joining the show. And to our viewers, thank you for joining the show. We really, really appreciate you. So we're going to get right in where we fit in and jump right to question number one, because we know we gotta put this expert in the hot seat. So what inspired you to come to the show to discuss this powerful topic?
Well, listen, Lotus, that's a loaded question, because who does not want to come to the Lotus Riche Ignite show? Listen, let's get for real. This is an opportunity to share what I know and what I know people need. And that's always my motivation, to go on any show, radio show, podcast. But I know that your reach is unique, and you've taken a lot of time and energy to craft your audience. And so I am very honored to be here to speak about what I know to the people who need to know it.
Awesome. I love it. Look, y'all, she come in, taking my remote, dropping it. Hello. Okay. All right. So if you like the remote drop, put RM. Come on. And if only one finger will work, go ahead and type R and we got it. Okay. So let's talk about what is masterminding, because we hear a lot of people talk about, oh, I'm having this mastermind class. Oh, I'm with this mastermind group. Can you tell us a little bit about what masterminding is from your perspective?
Yes. First of all, I'm only a mastermind because my mama was a mastermind. Woo-hoo! My mother believed in owning your game. You need to know what you're talking about, the front door, the back door, and everything in between. Yes. And I truly believe in that. And so she passed that down to me. So I'm an heiress of becoming a mastermind. But, my favorite definition of mastermind, Lotus, is a brilliant thinker with original ideas. So I
Awesome.
am a brilliant thinker, and I have original ideas that I believe that people need to hear, want to know. And if they implement them from a perspective of me showing them something new, they'll get a different result. A lot
Right.
of times people get stuck in a rut because they're doing the same thing over and over, Lotus, and expecting a different result. So I come in and bring my mastermind and help you achieve a different result through original ideas.
Woo woo! She dropping it, y'all. She dropping it. Listen, folks, I keep telling you, note takers are money makers and note takers are change makers. But here's the thing. You cannot make change if you don't take them notes and put them into action. So I double dog dare you. Go ahead and get your notepad and get your pen because it's time to win with P. Angela and your homegirl, Dr. Lotus Riche, right here on the Ignite Show. So, brilliant thinker with original ideas. But here's what I also heard you say. Your mother, what's mom's name? What's your mom's name?
Mom is Beverly Haynes. She's been in heaven for almost 5 years. But listen, she sowed a seed so deep in me about understanding what you're good at and being a master at your craft. And then she
Yes.
also sowed, Lotus, how it all starts in the mind. My mother we would sit down and she would really do like these I thought to say Jedi mind tricks. They weren't Jedi mind tricks, but we would play brain games and we would do a lot of puzzles. We did a lot of word searches. We did a lot of critical thinking. She taught us the power of deducing and how to deduce information, how to hear what people say and how to people hear what people do not say. And all of those things really crafted me into being a coach. I didn't know I was going to be called to be a coach, but when I look back at my life and the path that my mother set for me, I was bound to be a coach. I was bound to help people uncover and recover their passion, their purpose, their identity. I was bound for that from a young age.
Awesome, awesome. And shouts up to you, Mother Beverly, all the way in heaven. Tell my father I said, hey, Dad, what's going on?
Hey, what's up? What's up? I love that. Thank you, Lotus. Thank
you are so welcome. So we got a bunch of folks streaming in and viewers. We thank you. We're happy that you're here. Welcome to the show. If you're just joining the show, thank you again for joining the show. And for those of you that's going to put this joke on repeat, we thank you. And if you don't know, I want to let you know, I've got a fantastic guest here all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. Her name is Coach P. Angela, and she has come in and dropped the mic. She's dropped the remote on our topic tonight, masterminding your relationships. And thus far, we've had some wonderful discussion on what masterminding is and why she came to share this powerful topic. But here's another seat burner. It's a seat burner.
I'm ready.
What is a relationship from your perspective? Because, P. Angela, a lot of people say, well, I'm not in a relationship with that person. But wait a minute. When you go get your clothes from the cleaners, you are in a relationship with the person that's cleaning your clothes or the owner or what have you. Or when you go to your favorite restaurant over and over and over again, and you have this one waiter or waitress or the store or the restaurant owner, you develop a relationship with them. But some people don't think that. They think that, I can only have love relationship. That's what a relationship means to me. But what is a relationship from your perspective?
A relationship from my perspective, Lotus, is you and your values and how they interact with another person and their values. You and your respect system and how you interact with someone else and their respect system. That's a relationship.
I like that. If anybody ever wow, wait, I got to get that down. So here's the thing. It's you and your values, your respect system, because I commingle all of them. I put them all together.
Yeah.
And how you how you relate and engage with other people. I
Mhm.
like that. I've
Yes.
never heard anybody say it quite that way. And if you have never heard that said quite that way, go ahead and put mm, go ahead and put me neither in the comment. That might be too long. But go ahead and put a number 3. Me neither. Okay, me neither. Put that in there because that's really important. Put me neither in there. Okay. So we got some 3s already streaming in.
That's funny.
So me neither. So with that being said,
That's funny.
with that being said, I love how you answered that, and I really appreciate that because we want to clear that out. What relationships really are, and they
Mhm.
really are above and beyond. You know, just going to a restaurant and meeting somebody. You really, really develop a relationship with them over time, and therefore, that means people warrant respect
Yep.
and you want respect.
Hmm.
So, because you have a relationship with this person, and check this out, even at the gas pump, there is a relationship, right?
Yes.
So, and here's the thing: I was in New Jersey last week, and or the week before, and I give the guy at the gas station my card for gas. The guy overcharges me, P. He
Oh,
overcharges me $30 because he runs the wrong card. Okay. But
okay.
this guy says, listen, I ran the wrong card because your cards look alike. I overcharged you $30. Here you go. Little did he know that when my charges come up on that card, I get it automatically. But here's the thing, he
Mhm.
valued the relationship with his customer
Come on.
enough to say, this is what happened. He told his truth.
Hmm.
He was very transparent
Hmm.
and he shared the reality of what happened and he made it right.
That's awesome. You know
And that's
what,
a
Lotus?
relationship.
And that also speaks to his personal value system, his
Yes.
personal respect system. It starts
Yes.
with self. One of the main concepts that I teach is that relationships they start with you and you
Yep.
doing your part well. Your
Yes.
part must be done well. If we would focus more on doing our part in the relationship well and less on what the opposite partner is not doing, how they're
Yes.
not feeding us, how they're not giving us what we would desire, how they're not meeting our expectations, but we would turn that attention around on us and our value system, we would see much richer output in our relationships. That a gas
Exactly.
attendant said, you know what? Not only do I respect you and you as a customer and the customers watching, I respect myself, how I'm looked at, how I'm viewed, how I'm
Exactly.
perceived. That is the heart of masterminding relationships right there. That
Exactly.
self-value system. It's
Mhm.
awesome.
And you know, Coach P, here's the thing too. He did exactly what your mom said too. He owned his game.
Yes.
Because had he not done that and I found out, he would have played himself because I would have came back and I would have said, hey, you did this, that, and the other. And guess what? His gas station has been servicing my family in New Jersey for over 30 years. So I would have went back and say, hey, do you know that this happened? He didn't make it right. Wouldn't have been good for business, but instead he owned his game, and
Right.
that's huge. That's powerful. So let's kick it up a notch and let's go right, because you know I got some secret sauce that's coming
I
out
know
later.
you do. I know you do.
You know I got some secret sauce that's coming out later, right? So look, folks, stay tuned. Make sure you bring a friend. So we're gonna jump right into this one. What inspired you to become a master at relationships? Because I know you and your husband have a show and you talk about this. So what inspired you to do that? One, as an individual, and two, as a married couple.
Well, I have to take it back a little bit, Lotus, for the individual portion of that question. So I've always been an observant person and I've been a people watcher. And then as I grew in my teen years and I went to college, I became, a student of people. And I also, that came from my father. So my father is a body language expert. And so he taught all of us body language, when I say all of us, my sisters, about body language at a young age. And so I kind of grew up with that observant eye, like, well, what you got going on over there? Why are you so shifty? Why are your eyes that way? Why are your hands cocked? I'm like that, like very, very like that to this day. But when I was in college, I had a life transforming experience. I was raped on campus, a date rape experience. However, from the pain, from that experience, I ended up finding Christ in like the same, like 5 or 6 months. And it was during that time that I first heard the voice of the Lord speak to me. And he said, you're going to help people with their marriages and their families. That was at 19 years old. That was a word birthed out of pain. So I went from a person being violated in a relational way to God saying, I'm still going to make you an expert in a relational way. Woo. So that's how I was introduced to the concept and the idea of being a relationship coach. It was always in the back of my mind. I tucked it in my heart and my spirit, and I went on about my life. It wasn't until I met my husband that the idea or the concept of being relationship coach or marriage coach or helping marriages even came about. He and I think it was like our 3rd year of marriage, was in the middle of a 40-day fast. For the men at our church, we're doing a 40-day fast, just the men. He came home and said, babe, do you mind fasting with me for 40 days? I said, no, I don't mind. So we fasted 10 days, 20 days, 30 days. So right before that 40-day mark, there was a church service to kind of commemorate us doing the 40 days. I think we had like 2 days left. And he had a vision at church in the pews. He had a vision. And the vision, he said, he saw us talking to people about marriage and calling it the morning dew. So I said the morning dew, like, you know, the dew in the morning, like the song, like, dew on grass. And so he was like, no, like every day you say I do. And I was like, what? That's amazing. I know God said that to you. Like, wow. And so that was the beginning. We took that one little piece of a vision and a word that we had from God, Lotus, and we just began to petition him and take steps and petition him and take more steps. And what happened is that we decided right when Facebook Live became a thing, we were going to start a Facebook Live show. This was 5 years ago. We're going to start a Facebook Live show about marriage. And Lotus, in 1 year, we had reached 100,000 people. And in 2 years, we had reached 250,000 people just talking about marriage on Facebook Live. So that's the beginning.
Yes. And so here's some secret sauce for you folks. I really believe that a lot of times we don't give our very best. We don't do our very best because we don't know how to connect. So right here, here's the morning dew, y'all. Here's the morning dew. You know, I always got some secret sauce. Okay. So I'm going to copy this link and I'm going to put it in the chat for you. Go here to the morning dew, like this page, connect with them. Okay. And get on board. Get on board. Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yes.
So in the chat, P. Angela, in the chat, on their side, is the morning dew. There's a link for you. You know how we do it. We like to get in where we fit in and make sure we're bringing inspiration to every nation. So the morning dew is for you. It doesn't matter what country you're in or what group you belong to. The morning dew is for you. All you got to do is take action on behalf of you. So with that being said, we're going to take a quick break and we are going to come back and then we're going to get right back into it because we've got some more secret sauce for you. But I got another question. I'm gonna put her back in the hot seat when she comes, because this is a woman of service. She loves to serve. She loves to do great things for great people just like you. So when we come back, we're going to talk about the service side of it and why it is critically important. So here's a word from some of our sponsors. So make sure you check our sponsors out. Big ups to Miss Hillary Gooden.
Hi, busy women leaders. I'm talking to you. Are you juggling your family, your business, your career, and your health? Afraid that if just one ball drops to the ground, everything could fall apart because everybody's looking at you. You're stressed and overwhelmed. You're looking for answers, for help that's real help, for solutions. I have Vibrant Life Solutions that can help you. I am Hillary Gooden, the Vibrant Life Coach, author, speaker, lymphologist, and pastor. I empower busy women leaders with strategies to reduce stress and anxiety while increasing energy, clarity of mind, better sleep, better health, and vitality. Oh yeah, and boost your immunity. If you are ready for that, you say, I need that in my life right now. Let's connect. You can reach me at www.hillarygooden.com. You can direct message me on Facebook or LinkedIn at Hillary Gooden. Or else if you would like to get on a free 20-minute strategy call, a clarity call, go to bit.ly/Hillary Gooden. That's bit.ly/Hillary Gooden. I absolutely believe you got the power to help your body, help you live a more vibrant life.
It's time for you to start bossing in social media. For all your social media needs, you come to the right place at the right time to get your website designed, landing page, social media platforms, and get the training you need to get in front of the people that's ready to buy your products and services. Let me train you with StreamYard, Zoom, Clubhouse, and much more. And let me help you get your virtual professionals, not assistants, because assistants can only assist you, but the virtual professionals can give you that professional flavor that you need to expand your reach and increase your revenue. Jump on in and get in where you fit in and start bossing today. Oh, yeah. Woo! Hey! Somebody say, raise your hands up. Raise your hands up. CEO of the Morning Blue LLC, coming straight to you, and the director of the professional volunteer for the Georgia Center for Opportunity and the new host of Wife Talk. And get in where you fit in as we discuss the masterminding your relationship with the remarkable host, Angela Jones. Come on, y'all. Woo! All right. Whoop, whoop! Well now. For those of you that's just joining me here on the Lotus Riche Ignite Show, I got a fabulous guest with me tonight, all the way from, I say, Atlanta, GA. You know she knows about the veal, and we're gonna give y'all the secret sauce on the veal while we keeping it real. But before we keep it real and give you the lowdown on the veal, we going straight to our viewers because we're so happy to have you here with us as we discuss our topic tonight, masterminding your relationships. We thank you for joining the show, and we ask you to invite someone that you know. And so, with no further ado, we going right to you. Let's check them out, P. Angela, and see who's with us. Angie Elton is always in the house from Washington, D.C. So happy to have you here. Hey, come on, my wonderful guest, Coach P. Who else we got with us?
Let's see. We have Phyllis Weaver. I know we have my sister, my network coach, Tandra Price, honey.
Tandra. That's right. And hey, check this out. Phyllis said note takers are money makers. That's right. And note takers are change makers. And she even know what's in my cup. So I'm about to take a sip of some ginger tea. Take a sip with me. And so let me say this to you. Before you came on, I asked the team all around the world to give me some love. And if they really want to give you some loves and hugs, get secret saucy with it and put an LPA. And guess what? Phyllis Weaver put that LPA. So she's sending you some loves and hugs. And I super duper appreciate you, Phyllis Weaver, for doing so. And all of those of you that did that too. Sherry Reaver Russell is in the house. She said, good evening, everyone. Good evening to you, Sherry. Let us know where you're coming in from. And of course, we got some V's up in there. We talked about that, right? Quanasia Lighty all the way from Newark, New Jersey. She's here with it. And look, I am so happy. Phyllis Weaver said, hi, Sherry Weaver Russell, because I think she tagged Sherry. Now, that's how you do it. Now, Angie said, I know the veal. Shh, don't tell nobody. We're going to put it out there in a minute. And of course, we got the Wiche. What? The networking ninja herself, Tandra Price, is with us. Woo woo! And we asked folks to put some RMs in the space and in the place, and they did that. And Phyllis Weaver said, this is a great topic. And so we have so many people jumping on board and putting your comments in. We appreciate you and we love you. And Michelle D. Clark said, that's right. Relationships go beyond claiming someone as your boo.
Absolutely.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Goes beyond that. Yes. And all the way out of Newark said, yes, we no doubt deal with many relationships on a daily basis. So they got it. Phyllis said, positive communication is important. And why don't you read what the network ninja said?
Relationship is a transaction of conversation between two people. Yes.
Yes. And here's the thing. You talked about this earlier. And Lighty said, yes, body language is very real.
It is.
But here's the thing. Miss Clark said secret sauce. Tandra Price said, give me that secret sauce. So we got a couple of secret saucy sauces for you tonight. The first thing is we're going to talk about the veal. So for those of you that don't know what the veal is, Coach P and I have a commonality, if you will. I used to live in a place called
Douglasville.
That's right, Douglasville. And so what do you want to tell them about Douglasville?
Okay, so Douglasville, aka the Ville, is very special to a lot of people. And Douglasville, Georgia, is located west of Atlanta, and it is just a small city, but it's a very community feel. You know, there's so much love there. And one of my good friends and sisters, Karen Campbell, is the owner of the Women of Douglasville. It's a networking group that has over 16,000 women who live in Douglasville or, you know, are associated with Douglasville. And every Wednesday we get to share our business there. And so even though I share with other women, I'm an affiliate of the Women of Douglasville. Douglasville is very near and dear to my heart because when I first moved from the Midwest to Atlanta, I moved to Douglasville with my sister. Then I moved my mother from the Midwest down to Atlanta, and she moved to Douglasville. So then we all lived in Douglasville for years, but that's not it. I also met and married my husband in Douglasville. And so Douglasville is just always in my heart. I love Douglasville. I have so many friends, ministry associates in Douglasville. I was ordained as a minister in Douglasville. Like, Douglasville is in the books for me.
Right. So check this out. Donna Carlock.
Yes.
Bishop Bronner. That's how we met, whether you realize that or not. That's how we met on Donna's page. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Love Donna Carlock. Right? Yes.
Donna Carlock. That's my sister, Donna Carlock. That's my big sis. Yes. So for those of you that's interested in finding out and becoming an affiliate of Women of Douglasville, and I don't think you have to live there to be a part of the organization. Here it is. It's on your side of the comment, so you can click that link and go ahead and you can do exactly what it says right here. Check it out. It says join the group. It is a private group, but you can join the group. So that's one of our secret sauces. So let's talk about some more secret sauce, but we about to put her back in the hot seat. So y'all, if y'all ready for me to put her back in the hot seat, you got 30 seconds to put in a H and an S if you want to see Coach P, the extraordinaire of masterminding your relationships, in the hot seat for question number 5. You got 30 seconds to keep it alive. Coach P, Angela Jones in the hot seat because she got to repeat. Yeah, that's right. Put her in the hot seat, y'all. Come on. We got a mastermind, magnificent, brilliant mind. Put her back in the hot seat so she can repeat this mic drop. Let's go. All right. Fantastic. All right. So we are back on it, doggone it. Number 5, how are you serving others so they can serve themselves? Because we talked about what you do. We talked about relationships. Yeah. We talked about masterminds. We talked about how critical it is and what inspired you to become a master at relationships. So share with us how you're serving others so they can serve themselves. Because let's face it, you can take all the courses in the world. You can go to church day and night, but if you take all these courses, spend all this money, do all these things, and you still can't serve yourself, you're still at square one. So can you share with the folks a little bit about that?
I can, Lotus. Thank you. In order to really serve yourself, you have to know yourself. In order to serve your relationship, you have to know your relationship. So my goal in relationship coaching is not to just teach you what I think you should know, but I help you make it your own. There's no 2 marriages that are alike. Mm-hmm. There are no 2 relationships that are alike. I can teach you what the Bible says about relationships in marriage. I can teach you the principles of healthy relationships in marriage, which is what I do, Lotus. But after all is said and done, you have to own it. You have to say to yourself, I can do this, and this is how I'm going to do it. So the way that I help others serve themselves is by I create a game plan for them. So after my husband and I coach them through our 6-week coaching course, and our premarital coaching course, one of their gifts that they receive at the end of the course is a 1-year plan on how you and your personality and your mindset and your idiosyncrasies, how you're going to get through this, how you're going to make the most of this moment, how you're going to make the most of the information that you've learned. Because you don't want to just give people information. You want them to have an experience, because people remember experiences. So that's how I do my best, Lotus. I can't be everything to everyone, but I can set you up for success so that you can repeat the action. That's the goal.
Awesome. I love that. I love that. And I love that you said people remember experiences, because let's face it, people really, and we've heard this said a gazillion times, people don't really care how much you know. They want to know how much you care. And so if you don't show that you care and you don't give them the experience that they can remember, then you really haven't even owned your own game. So I like that. I like that very much. So let's talk about some more game because you are on the field of success. And from what many of us see, you're playing the game of success and you're playing it well. And you're connecting with people, you're showing up, you're showing out, and you're helping people really, excuse me, mastermind their relationships, not only in their private life, but also in their marriages, in their business relationships, and things of that nature. So I want to jump right to this question, because a lot of people have shared in the past that, I don't have to be the best at it. I can just do, just a little bit here or whatever. And I wanted to know, and I guess our audience want to know, why is mastering one's relationship so critical? But before you go there, I'm going right here, because I want to know how many people put you in the hot seat. All right. So, Phyllis Weaver, hot seat.
Phyllis
Clark, and my friend all the way from Canada, Dr. Rebecca Harper, the sweetheart of civility, put you in the hot seat. In the Wiche Networking Ninja hot seat, Camille, the fabulous Camille Robb, hot seat. And she said, look here, Miss Weaver said, I love question 5. Well, we loved coming up with that question. So here's something else. Excuse me. Another civility ambassador, DJ Dr. Michael Freeland. Matter of fact, he's got an event coming up too. I got to share with you guys later on. But he said, I would love to connect to see how I can be of service. Amazing. So fantastic. Awesome. So we definitely want that. And somebody said, where in the Midwest were you?
So I was born in Houston, Texas, lived there for 8 years, but I was raised in Kansas City, Missouri, and lived there. What?
Hey,
do we have more commonalities?
Secret sauce. Secret sauce right here. Secret sauce right here. So, the person that just said they would like to be of service, the civility ambassador himself, the guru of mental real estate, none other than Dr. Michael Freeland, is from Kansas City. And in September, I am going to Kansas City. Why? Because he's having his 30-year anniversary as a DJ, but also he is going to be featured and featuring his book, Mental Real Estate. And look, I don't want to give too much away because, I got some secret sauce, but I heard there's going to be a king at his event. So yeah, he from Kansas City. That's some secret sauce. He said stomping grounds. Hey. And I want to say, hey to Dr. Nyla Baraki. Good to see you. She said, Payne is a great advisor. Yes, it is, Doc. Yes. So good to have you here. Yes. So DJ Mike came in and said, wait, Kansas City, what's good? What's cooking? Okay, so look, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Y'all know we love to have fun on this broadcast. So listen, that was fun. I want to get right back to this. Why is it critical to master one's relationship?
I believe it's critical to master your relationship because your relationship is a reflection of you. It is your output to the world. It is, if you will, Lotus, it's evangelistic. I believe my relationship and my marriage has the ability and the power to evangelize. My marriage and my relationship can bring someone closer to God. My relationship and my marriage can bring someone backslidden back home. My relationship and my marriage can bring someone who has lost their hope into a place of hope. Because if God could do it for me and he has done it and he's still doing it, then he can do it for you too. So it's my output to the world. My relationship is how I communicate to the world, how I treat my husband, how I treat my kids, how my husband treats me, how my kids and I interact. That's how we show up.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we show up. Everyone doesn't have the global stage of executive producer. Everybody doesn't
Yep.
have the global stage of a king or a queen or a president or whatever, what have you. But everybody has a relationship, and how you treat that relationship is how you show up.
And
So it's
Coach
important.
P, I'm happy you said that, and thank you so much. I told y'all, fire. I try to tell you, fire, right? So if you say fire, say it with me, y'all. Fire. Come on, say it with me. Fire. Put some F's in the comment below. No, spell it out, fire. Put fire.
Yeah, no F bomb.
F-R-E. Put fire in the comment. Fire. I told you. So go into your husband, because you and I, when we chat, we talked about what's going on, some new things that you're doing and all that. And I said, so what's good? When you're coming out with your next book and all of that. And then you shared, well, I've done a lot of anthologies, as you know, but my husband has a new book out, and hopefully, y'all, she gonna have a new book out soon too. And guess what? That's gonna be some secret sauce, because I'm bringing her right here. But your husband has a new book out, and relationship wise, it always is great when we can shine the light on our partners, because we don't do this alone. So
No.
can you tell us a bit about the book?
I can. It's a pleasure to tell you about the book. The name of the book is A Man's Guide to a Great Marriage. It's on Amazon, as you can see on the screen. It went to Amazon bestseller in its first week. It is an awesome read. I actually, Lotus, and I did not add this information in, but I actually contributed the last chapter. So I did help write this book. I did have a little bit of secret sauce. I contributed the last chapter, but the book is a guide. And so it's a guide for men of all walks of life to have something to look to when it comes to marriage. It's the basics, it's the principles. It's a great read for your current husband, but even for your niece, your nephew or a cousin who's getting married, someone who's renewing their vows, young teenage boys who are becoming of age and you want to put them on the right path. It's an awesome read. And let me just say this, it's also an awesome read for women. And I helped to write the book, Lotus, but I also have reread the book. And it's just an awesome read to hear from a man's perspective how a woman should be treated, to hear from a man's perspective. And my husband comes from a very real, raw perspective. He's a New Yorker. He's a Northerner. He was born in Harlem, but he was raised in New Jersey, in Bergen County, New Jersey.
In the house. Woo, woo.
Yes, Jersey in the house. So he comes from a very raw, uncut perspective, but it's of love and of respect and honor and value. I really suggest this to anybody who wants to understand the basics of a healthy marriage from a men's perspective.
And here's the thing. It's very, very affordable. Very affordable. And I love to always whet your palate, folks out there that view us. And thank you so much for viewing us week in and week out. I want to whet your palate with this. Here's a little morsel from the book called Man's Guide to Great Marriage by Mr. Darryl Jones. Let's be honest. All men want a great marriage. We don't want an okay, sexless, no communication, no understanding, boredom, or a plain and simple, dull marriage. No men want a fun-filled, exciting, amazing sex, great marriage. But I believe the greatest question we ask ourselves is, how do we get a great marriage? Who has a great marriage out there? If you've got a great marriage out there, go ahead and put GM in the comment. Or if you want a great marriage, put GM in the comment and let us know. And guess what I'll have happen for you? I'll have Coach P contact you directly with Coach Darryl Jones and make sure you get that book. Make sure you connect with them. Because as he said, and if somebody does have a great, that's where I'm going to leave you. I'm going to leave you there. Get the book. It's on Amazon. Very affordable. I've placed a link right there on your side. So you can click and buy that book today. And when you get that book, let us know. Go ahead. Let us know. Make sure you sew. All right. Fantastic. So I can't wait to check out the book myself. The link is there below. Make sure you get it. And here we got Michelle D. Clark already said, I want a marriage. I want a marriage. So that means you need to connect with Coach P and her husband Daryl to help you out. We got some GMs, and I was very selective about that fire. Okay, so go ahead and connect. Go ahead and connect with Coach P on that book. So Coach P, I know you got a lot of other stuff coming up.
I do.
So I want to talk a little bit about the other stuff that's coming up. We're almost at the top of the hour, and God, the time has flown. But I want to talk about what else you got going on. So what else you got going on?
I have so much going on, Lotus. First and foremost, I am a coach. So I'm always looking to serve and help women. And the type of coach I am for women, I help them uncover or recover their passion. See, there are times when, as women in general, we put everybody else first and put ourselves on the back burner. That is the woman that I am interested in. That is the woman that I'm here to help serve, because I know what it's like to put everybody first: kids, husband, work, church, ministry, even helping other people get their business off the ground while my business was just in, the thought stages. I know what that's like. And it's just amazing how much people need to really have someone hold their hand to get to the other side. And so I love doing that.
So let me ask you about this. I'm getting deep in the business now. I mean, I'm deep diving on the deep end of the pool. I want to know about SheEO Cares. Tell me about that.
Woo!
That's right. I go deep into the pool. I told you I was going there, deep into the pool, because here's the thing, P. It's so like needed, and people want it so bad. People are talking about you and what you do in their front yards. I mean, like you are on a campaign or something, like you.
Yes.
I mean, like really. Like
it's true.
She's running for president right here. I mean, right? I'm just saying.
Listen, the SheEO district has changed my life. So, my friend and sister, Kelly A. Bowens, is the CEO of the SheEO district. It is a women's networking organization of women business owners all over the country and the world. We are national and international. And it is a district where you come and we help you begin, maintain, or scale a business. And so SheEO is for she, the woman, CEO. And so within that organization, Lotus, I am the director of SheEO Cares. Cares is an acronym. It stands for Christian Advocates, Reassuring and Empowering Our Sisters, because we are our sisters' keeper. And so what we do in our department is pay it forward to women who are in need. We have a broadcast every Monday and every Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern called The Morning Inspiration. And it is my pleasure to host it. I host every Monday and Thursday, and I bring an inspirational and motivational word for women in business, because being a woman in business is not for the faint at heart. As you know, it takes everything you have and then some. And so we need encouragement. We need support. We need to hold each other's hands. And so in this particular district, that's what we do. There's no cattiness. There's no drama. There's just women who own businesses or desire to own businesses and who want the help that we're offering. And so I love the SheEO district and everything about it. It's been a personal blessing to my life.
And so, I'm going all in. Not
Oh
only, I
Lord.
mean, you guys come together. You guys come
Oh
together.
Lord.
So here we
Yes, we
go.
do. Every last Sunday of the month, we come together and we have brunch. And people fly in, Lotus, to Atlanta to have brunch. And again, just the sheer love and grace of God, there I am right there. I have the pleasure of hosting that brunch. And so I am a brunch host. I love doing it. I love encouraging, inspiring on the spot. I love being able to hug and touch women who are in different stages of life, but they just need that one word of encouragement to help them cross over from the red to the black. And so
I love
it's
it.
the Sheo District and Sheo Cares are just two awesome, huge parts of my life.
I love it. And so, how can people connect with you when it comes to the Sheo? How can they say, "Hey, I want to be a part of the organization"? And even if they don't want to be a part of the organization, how can they learn more? Because that's really important.
Listen, you all need to go right now to the sheodistrict.com. Literally, it is Sheo District, SHEEO district.com. When you get to the sheodistrict.com, on the top left tab, Lotus, there's a bunch of
Mm-hmm.
departments. My department is Sheo Cares. You know you're in the right place because you're going to see me. I have some prayer hands up because I'm always praying for people. I'm always praying for women. And right there in that very spot, you don't have to be a member of the district. You can submit a prayer request. I also
Awesome.
host a team of 24-hour prayer intercessors who are
Mm-hmm.
praying for women in business around the clock. When I tell you this is awesome resources for women in business, they need to know about it. And so I'm really excited to share about the Sheo District because it helps a lot of people. We've seen a lot of answered prayer. We've seen a lot of miracles. And it's time for women in business to get the support that they need.
I concur with that. And I just love it because you're just doing so much for so many. And so you can go here and I'm gonna
Yes.
give you guys the link. The link. You know I love the secret sauce, y'all. I'm gonna give you the link. I'm gonna put it right here, and you can go right there and grab that link and check out the Sheo. And don't forget, go inside, log in, check out what it's all about, and get involved today. Awesome, awesome. So
Yes.
before we trickle down to our final thoughts, our final words of wisdom, I would be remiss if, let me see, I've got one more secret sauce. This secret sauce is the kind of secret sauce you need a biscuit to sop.
Oh,
I mean, you
to
got to
stop it
sop
up.
up. You got to sop it up because here's the thing. I've already shared the secret sauce about the Sheo, right? I shared the secret sauce about the Sheo. I've already shared the secret sauce about the book that her husband has written for. Come on, folks, go ahead and get this book. I've shared that, right? And I've already shared the secret sauce. What? The secret sauce about how you can connect with her for the morning dew. I told y'all that. Get with her and her husband Daryl. You'll be in the right place and in the right space, and all they need is your face. Now, here, I know you probably saying, Lotus, you just a bomb.com. You just be giving us all kind of secret sauce. If you agree with me, go ahead and put a 4 in the comment because I know it's real. So anyway, but I want to give you this. I want to put this on your palate. Coach P, I know you
Yes.
got something coming up, and I know you haven't let it out yet.
Right.
But it's like, I'm going to say it might be something like, it start with a W. It's got wives in it. It might be an anthology. And I think that's coming up soon. So I'm going
Yes,
to
it is.
ask you to kind of tiptoe around it. Tell us a little bit about it. Bam. So
Boom.
tell us a little bit about it. Bam. And then I'm going to bring you back to our show when you
Okay.
launch it. So we can do a launch
Okay.
show right here.
Yes, I love it. Okay, so um, I love everything relationships, everything wives, everything healthy marriage. I just love it. It's just everything that I do. And so I wanted to write a book about marriage, but I wanted to be masterminded, brilliant, and original. I wanted it to be something unique. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to write about how my life as a wife has been leveraged for my husband's success, because I believe in Proverbs 31, where it says that the virtuous woman's husband will be known at the city gates. But what it doesn't say there, that is inferred, is that because of her, he's
Yes,
known at the city
right.
gates. And so I have some stories in my pocketbook, Lotus, about how my
Yep.
husband has been made known at the city gates, from my prayer life, from my worship life, from my action steps, from words of I've spoken, from prophetic words. So I wanted to write about that, but I had this moment with God, and God was like, you cannot keep that to yourself. You need to
Hello.
invite as many women who may also have some stories in their pocketbook to come alongside with you and to write this book as a group. So I'm hosting an anthology. It's called Wild Wives, and WILD is an acronym. I love acronyms, y'all.
Woo-hoo.
That's something my mother used to make us do, is come up with acronyms. So I love acronyms. And so WILD is an acronym for a wife's identity leveraged for destiny. A wife's identity leveraged for destiny. So I want to hear stories of how your identity as a wife has been leveraged. God used it. God put it on display. God highlighted it. And for the destiny of your family, your marriage, your children. I want to hear about that. So I'm still looking for contributors. And if you're interested, you can go to on Facebook. I have a page called Wild Wives, just the way it looks. And it's I think it's at Wild Wives of Destiny, all written out in one word. And you can submit that you would like to be a part of that project. It's an awesome project. It's already started, but I'm still looking for more women, because I know there are women with stories in their bag.
Wow. So I would say jump in, folks. Go on Facebook, go to at Wild Wives at Destiny, and jump on in, get in where you fit in, connect with her today, and let her know that you want to be a part of what's happening. You know, you can tell your story. She's giving you the opportunity. So come on in, get with the Wild Wives anthology. Again, wife's destiny leverage for it. Wife's identity leverage for destiny. It's, it's a part of what you can do, because after all, you need to own your game plan. And so a lot of times people need to see what you're doing so that they can be successful. But if you don't get in where you fit in with the Wild Wives anthology book project and show people that it's really about wives identity leverage for destiny, who's going to know in your tribe if you don't show them? All right. So that's great. So with no further ado, we are at a little past the top of the hour. So thank you so much, Coach P, for coming, hanging out with me. Um,
Absolutely.
the light
Yes.
is on us. We sweating and getting it in. And for our audience, thank you so much. Angela says that's a nice title. Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Angela.
Angela. Thank
And
you.
Michelle says, yes, because of the virtuous wife, the husband is known at the city gates. So Miss Clark know what's going on. So that's great.
Yes.
So all of you folks out there, I want to thank you for joining the broadcast tonight, and my amazing guest, Coach P. You can check her out. We've shared several links, and it's on your side. You can click and get involved with her. Thank you for sharing this topic, masterminding your relationship. And I hope you've had a good time. Thank you for our current viewers and all those that are going to hit the replay. So with no further ado, we're going to come right back to you after a brief break, and then we're going to have some final words of wisdom. Final words of wisdom. That's right, from Coach P. Angela, coming straight to you with no further ado. We'll be right back. Thank you for watching the show. And remember, always follow us on Facebook. Like and share, and make sure you tag a friend and let them know that you care. Let us know what other type of shows you'd like us to present for you.
You ready? You got me running, got me running. Shake it, shake it, shake it, baby. Raise your hands up. Raise them up.
Fantastic. So I have had a remarkable time. And again, I want to thank you for joining the show. And those of you that visited with us, please make sure you invite somebody to join the show. We've had a phenomenal time tonight. And so we're going to leave you this evening, not forever, just for a few hours. But when we leave you for a few hours, we're going to leave you with some words of wisdom that you can hang your hat on, that you can inspire somebody with. And we're going straight to Coach P to deliver her final words of wisdom for this show tonight. Coach P.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, that your relationship is a reflection of your value system and your respect system. It starts with you. Do your part well. Stop focusing on what others are or are not doing for you or to you, and take responsibility and ownership of your part of the relationship. Everyone can grow in relationships. Give yourself some grace. Give your significant other some grace. If you are looking for a relationship or you are in waiting, continue to pray for your significant other until they come. I firmly believe that what you speak into the atmosphere will eventually show up in your life.
Wow, I love it. She just dropped the mic on the way out too. What can I say? What can I say? And so my final words of wisdom tonight are these. Make sure that you are always doing exactly what she just shared. You got to own your part. And so I want to give a special salute to her, because check this out. She did above and beyond what she needed to do to make sure the broadcast got out. This is the border on her personal page saying, hey, look where I'm at tonight with the remarkable Dr. Lotus Riche on the Ignite Show. And so big ups to you, Coach P, for being here with me and sharing it with all your tribe. And so with no further ado, folks, I just thank you and I appreciate you. Make sure you join me for my next Lotus Riche Ignites as we keep it right and tight. So until we see you next time, own your part. Own your part. And thanks again to the remarkable P. Angela Jones. And P, hang out in the studio for a minute. And so with no further ado, right back to all of you, our viewers. We thank you. We love you. Mwah, and have a great night. We'll see you next time. Hey, I can't get enough of this. Dr. Lotus Riche. Hey,